Okay, so it is so much going on in the world. The news is on overload. The news stations are overloading with news stories. If you are a content creator and you want to start making videos on YouTube and or different platforms, now is the time. It is so many news stories coming out every day, all night, not including the viral videos. Now is the time to start your channel. There's enough content and videos and information for you to practice and get right. Also, I was sent 2 pictures of the girl who cries colorism. There is a colorism platform, a page that is dedicated to talking about colorism and colorism only. I don't have to say her name. You guys know who I'm talking about. So I have 2 pictures of her. I don't know why this particular person sent me her picture, which I would not show anyone. I'm dealing with the argument. However, based on her rhetoric and how she looks, in one of the pictures I'm talking about, she has on a green jacket. Why they sent me this picture, I don't know. So what I've done is take her picture and match it with the rhetoric. And so that video will be uploaded Thursday. I'm going to show you guys what she's really talking about, how she really feels, and who she really is. So without any further ado, let's get into it.
Despite mounting outrage, President Trump is defiant and digging in. On Capitol Hill late tonight, demanding Congress fix the crisis that he created with his zero-tolerance policy.
The system has been broken for many years, the immigration system.
Republican lawmakers, panicked over the fallout, are vowing to end the separation policy with an emergency bill.
A plan that keeps families together while their immigration status is determined.
And while the White House says Mr. Trump will consider a short-term fix, he ultimately wants comprehensive immigration reform.
A legal authority to detain and promptly remove families together as a unit. We have to be able to do this.
Mr. Trump delivered a campaign-style stem winder earlier in the day to thunderous applause, embracing the moment and the message.
When you prosecute the parents for coming in illegally, which should happen, you have to take the children away.
And breaking with his...
As a woman, as a human being, it is uncomfortable to me how it is that I can't even imagine my child being separated from me. The wristbands are for solidarity, that when the kids and the parents arrive at the border, they're separated. So they're given a wristband, the number on it, so they can identify the kids and the parents if and when they ever are brought back together. This is not right. And we can't just sit back and not do anything. So
I've worked almost...
I used to always talk about foreign supremacy. How foreigners are coming to America in record-breaking numbers. Now, lately, it's been so much going on in Black America and just globally where I haven't been able to talk about immigration as much. But immigration is a huge, huge topic. Now, I don't want parents to be separated from their children, okay? However, they knew the job was dangerous before they took it. I don't trust any Black person in favor of immigration. It makes absolutely no sense. Why? Because Blacks are hurt the most by undocumented labor, low-skilled Blacks in certain areas. So when you have immigrants moving into those neighborhoods, now you have to split up a piece of your pie. So it's always going to cause friction. And not only that, there's cultural differences also. So there are children, migrant children, inside of cages at warehouses near or at the border. Okay. Where do the Border Patrol house them then? Give Border Patrol or the government or Homeland Security a place where they should house immigrant children. Should they be in a mansion, a castle, a estate? A lot of these children are unaccompanied minors who parents sent them to America by themselves. It's that bad in some of these countries, to the point where you will send unaccompanied minors that travel from Central Mexico, Central America, all the way into the United States of America. I was listening to Dr. Claude Anderson, and he was saying that it's 30% poverty for Black Americans. Why are you advocating for your replacement? You lose immediately. Why are you out there protesting and speaking up for immigrants that don't speak up for you? And this is what I just will never get to understand about Black Americans. It makes absolutely no sense when you have your own struggling. The poverty in Black America is unbelievable. The mental health. There's a lot of things you can be protesting, advocating for, speaking up for. But no, you're on national television crying, telling the world why your replacement has a right to replace you. And Trump is doing the right thing on immigration. I'm not for splitting up families. However, obviously, America has an immigration policy for unaccompanied minors. Unaccompanied minors. Now, you do have immigrant parents who come with their children and they lock them up in separate places. Okay. I agree, put them in the same place. But maybe the government has procedures to where, and not speaking up for the government, but what I'm saying is maybe the government has procedures to where they have to put the adults here and the children here for certain reasons. Regardless, I believe if the parent came with their child, keep them both together. Now, for unaccompanied minors, obviously they are going to be placed with other children, okay? They came unaccompanied. Now America has to get into a foreign database to track their parents, see where their parents are in a practically third world country. So what's going on with America? America is overloading with immigrants. Immigrants are pouring through America. A lot of immigrants have outstayed their visas. And they're getting caught up. Maybe their job have to submit people's information to a database. They find out you're in the country illegally, you overstayed your visa, they kick you out. They are deporting people like crazy. And now you have Elijah Cummings and the Democrats fighting. Why are they fighting so hard for undocumented immigrants when Black America is in the peril it's in? That's the $3 million question. Why are the Democrats fighting for undocumented immigrants when you have Black Americans being gunned down in the streets? You have 20-year-old guys, Black boys. He's not even a man yet. He didn't even see 21, being gunned down in the streets in cold blood. But instead of you advocating for a stop to violence, maybe some job programs, some building, you're screaming and hollering on Capitol Hill because you have pretty much used up the Black American vote. The Black Americans just falling apart every day. They're like, listen, we can't do anything with these people. We don't even know if they are going to vote this next election. Some of them are going Republican. We don't know what they're going to do. So we need to make up for that loss. So we are going to get the immigrant vote. We are going to get the immigrant vote. And even if we have to split up California to do it in 3 separate sections, we'll do it. It's all in with the Democrats. And to see Black people out there buck dancing for people who don't give a damn about you, people who aren't out there buck dancing for you, they bet not be out there buck dancing for you. You look at the unemployment in Black America. You look at the poverty rate in Black America. You look at the fatherless homes in Black America. You look at the motherless homes in Black America. You look at the police brutality. You look at the racism that is going on globally. It's not just in America, it's globally. And then you hear talks about immigration and you have Black people on prime time. 5 o'clock news, 5 o'clock p.m. when everyone is on their way home or already at home, watching TV on the couch. Breaking news. The immigration battle heats up. And the first person they show is a Black person crying, boo-hooing, thank you, Jesus. Jesus help us. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. They gonna take the immigrants away, y'all. They taking all the immigrants away, y'all. The people who keep their foot on our neck, Trump is trying to deport them to ease a little pressure, but we're so messed up, we don't see anything coming. We can't see the storm coming. The storm is already here. You had people who tried to wake you up and warn you. America is on fire. It is a war in these streets. And we do need police officers, but we need righteous police officers. We need police officers that are not going to take advantage of their job description. I'm anti-crooked police, FBI, whether it's government, CIA, Pentagon. And you have all of these Democrat leaders, these politicians are trying to justify why undocumented immigrants should have a right to come into America. So now they're trying to find loopholes, which they have found a loophole. They're saying, listen, keep the mom and the child together. I bet you they're not even talking about the father, just the mother and the child. So yeah, America knows what they're doing. The government knows what they're doing. Yes. However, these people knew the job was dangerous before they took it. You can't come to another country and demand asylum, demand them to let you come in and stay. No one owes you a thing. And to see Black Americans out there protesting and crying and boo-hooing and screaming and hollering and marching and stomping for their replacement, it's sad. It's mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. Just when you thought you seen it all. These people aren't protesting for you. They're not speaking up for you. They are replacing you. I did a story earlier this year of Black people in the east side of Los Angeles getting their homes firebombed. What was it? 21 families? Not 21 people, 21 families. You can't even stop that. How are you advocating for undocumented immigrants to stay in America? You barely staying alive in America. It makes absolutely no sense. Elijah Cummings is up there screaming and hollering for undocumented labor because all of them are getting their pockets, filled up. They're not doing this for cheap. These people want them to take your guns. They want your guns taken while they have bodyguards with guns. They want this place to be like the wild, wild west. I'm not for families being torn apart, but there is a immigration policy in place. How are you, you being a Black person, how are you advocating for people to get away with things that you can't get away with? You can't get away with going into a Black American. Imagine if 3 million Black Americans showed up at the border of Mexico telling them, let us in. It would be World War III on the border. But you somehow find yourself marching, crying, begging. I've never seen a group of people who celebrate their demise. It makes absolutely no sense to me. And now you have the Democrats. They don't even need your vote anymore. They're gone. They're done. They understand that a lot of Black Americans are going to vote Republican this time around. They understand that. So what they are doing now is going to make up for that loss. The Democrats found some Republicans who agree somewhat on a comprehensive immigration reform. However, they are not going to get anything done. They still have to get the dreamer straight. It's a mess. Immigration is a mess. I'm pretty sure the immigration database has overloaded as well. I understand people need help, but I'm not going to advocate. I'm not going to get on camera and speak out for my demise, my replacement. They're here to replace you. When you go to any downtown area, you have a lot of homeless black men, a lot of homeless black people. Why should I help immigrants when we have a homeless problem right in our backyard? It doesn't make any sense. And to see the ugly statistics that are in Black America. Again, the fatherless homes, the murders, all of these killings, incarceration. It's a lot going on. And to see a black person protesting in favor of immigration, it's like, wow. And you see why the race can't advance. Now, certain people can advance once they detach themselves from that culture, that mind frame. You can't even save yourself and you're trying to save others. And this goes to the people who participate in that. If you don't participate in that, this again, let it fly. It's not you. However, you have people out here that do this stuff and it has to be addressed. It's like, why are you advocating for all of our demise? Why are you advocating to allow immigrants come in when your black ass can't go anywhere else? These people do not like you. You still fighting for equality in this country. If you get pulled over just for a broken tail light, you could lose your life. You can't even get that squared away. But you're so used to being a boss. Can I shine your shoe boss? I'm starting to believe this is at least this. I mean, there's a lot of different percentages to different things, right? But I'm starting to believe 60% of black Americans are shoe shiners. Boy, y'all can shine a shoe. Y'all can shine a shoe. These people have shown you that they have no respect for you. They don't like you. I think you guys have gotten interracial dating mixed up with cultural differences. You think because you're cool with one of them, that means you're cool with all of them. They don't think that way when it comes to you, but you think that way when it comes to them. They're always able to infiltrate you. They're always able to get you to support them when they don't support you. Not at all. They don't support you. And in these upcoming elections, anybody who is supporting the Democrat Party, you have to distance yourself a little bit from them. It's plain and day. It's clear that they have malice intent. It is very sad how Black Americans were the backbone of the Democrat Party. That's cold. And they turned on you for immigrant labor, immigrant vote. You should be outraged. You should be outraged. but you're not. You're too busy advocating for your replacement. Now, there is a huge percentage of Black Americans who are not advocating for their replacement. Let's get that straight. But there is a huge percentage that are, and it needs to be talked about. It needs to have a dialogue. Why do you have to be the face of everything? Why do you always have to jump out in the front and say, hey, Massa got enough this, that for everybody. You know, everyone should come here, Massa. You know what? I will take my shoes off in the rain for you, Massa. That's how it looks. That's how you look when you don't stand up. When you don't say, you know what, hell no. You use my vote for this. This is the ultimate slap in the face. This is the ultimate slap in the face. If you are a loyal Democrat, you should be calling Elijah Cummings' office nonstop, leaving him messages, showing up at his doorstep like, no, you just did not do that. No, you did not do that, Elijah. These are sellouts, man. These are sellouts. You got to watch your own. That's why I tell you, you are wasting your time talking about white supremacy. This right here, has to be addressed. You got to take care of your in-house problems first. And then you can go ahead and tackle white supremacy. But as long as you shooting and killing each other, as long as you are voting for a party who continuously show you that they don't give a damn about you, you were loyal to them and they were not loyal to you. I told you, it's just a nut for them, but it means the world to you. I tried to tell you this. And now the Democrats have dropped you. They don't even address your needs. Unemployment should be a huge need in Black America. These upcoming elections. Mental illness. Mental illness it should be up there. It should be up there. And now who's going to address your needs? What candidate are you going to back? Or are you going to back any and start just doing for yourself? These decisions should have been made a long time ago. Now with so much chaos in Black America, you can't leave out anything. You have to talk about it all. And of course, there's going to be stories and certain things that happen in a situation that you're going to miss. You're not going to be able to have a dialogue on. But when you have immigrants who are crossing the border and coming into your neighborhood, see, listen, when you move out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them move in. That's why a lot of these historically Black neighborhoods have turned Hispanic, or it's a mixed neighborhood now. Why? Because the immigrants have moved in. However, you should be moving on up anyway. Don't get me wrong, but they have no right to be here. Just like if I went to their country and didn't have my papers right, because let's not make any mistakes. Mexico have some of the harshest immigration laws in the Western Hemisphere. So they are clearly hypocrites on this immigration fiasco. Clearly hypocrites. But in America, everyone is getting away with murder except your Black ass. I'm out. Peace.